Hello and welcome to Woodworking by Chan. Today we're going to build a very simple wooden design that turns your wine bottle and a couple nice glasses into a very nice centerpiece for your table. Alright, so let's get going. So I start with a piece of oak that is about 2.5 inches wide and 1/4 inch thick. And then I take that piece and I cut it down into 3 pieces. Each piece is going to be just over 5 inches long. And then once I have those 3 pieces cut up, I'm going to glue it together so that I end up with a shape that looks something like this. The overlap sections are about an inch, maybe just a little bit over an inch. Once the glue has set, I drill 3 holes, so 2 holes on either end are just over a 1/2 inch in diameter, and then a big hole in the middle that you can see under my hand there that is almost 2 inches wide. Now I use a round bottle to trace off the circles around all the ends because that's where I'm going to cut them off so that they don't have sharp corners. Once I finish cutting them off, I adjust the blade height and I cut off the sharper side so that I have a flowing shape to my wine holder. And then it's off to a lot of shaping with the belt sander. This takes a long time, but it's worth the effort because this is how you get the smooth flowing shape without all the sharp corners. Then I turn my attention to the edges of it where I round off the ends, and then instead of having just a straight rectangular block, I'm carving 2 sort of like waistlines into where the 2 pieces of wood meet. It helps hide the glue line a little bit, but it also gives it a nice flowing feminine shape. Then it's back to the bandsaw to cut in 2 slots where the wine glass stem will slide in and then rest in the holes that we pre-drilled earlier. So these start from the waistline of the piece and then goes towards the 2 end holes that we drilled earlier. And then I do a whole ton of hand sanding with the piece to make sure it gets to a point where it's nice and smooth to my touch. And then once I get it to that point, I rub off all the dirt and excess whatever with a lint cloth. And then it's off to finishing. I use a 50-50 mix of polyurethane and mineral spirits. I use it quite often for my projects. I like it because it's fairly thin, but it does a good job covering the material. I make sure I get the brush deep into all the holes and all the slots that I've cut out, and I make sure I cover every single surface as much as I can. Because it's a mixture of polyurethane and mineral spirits, it will dry off fairly quickly, and then between each coat I will do a light sanding with a 1000 grit sandpaper, and this will get about 4 coats. Once the last coat is dried, I sand it off with 1000 grit sandpaper, and then once I've brushed off the excess dust from that, then I will use a wax product to cover over it as a final finishing touch. Here I'm just using a regular liquid wax from, I think it's an automotive wax actually, but it seems to do a good job shining it up and do a final protection of the product. Once again, this is what a final product looks like, and that brings our workshop to an end today. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.